Hi friends. Today we are going to discuss about the next topic, irrational numbers. Till last day we discussed about the rationality, inserting the rational numbers and the criteria and the properties of rational numbers and other numbers. So that we already learned in previous classes, we just do a revision. Now we are coming to the to new topic, irrational numbers. And I know you guys are not familiar with the term irrational numbers. So here today onwards we are starting irrational numbers. Rational number. So yesterday I discussed what are rational numbers. Rational numbers which cannot be expressed in the form p by q, where q not equal to 0 and p and q are integers. P and q are integers. These are the conditions for the rational numbers. And if a number cannot be write in the form p by q, we cannot write. If we cannot write the numbers in the form p by q, then we can say they are irrational numbers. So yesterday we discussed radicals like root 2, root 5, root 7, root 3, etc. Pi. These are examples of irrational numbers. So about the proof of irrational numbers we will discuss in the 10th standard. This year we are discussing only these things. Okay. So now in the previous classes we learned how to represent the rational numbers or integers or all numbers, whatever it may be, or the number systems that we learned till last year. We know how to represent it on a number line. And now in this year we are going to discuss how we can represent irrational numbers on a number line. Mainly there are two methods for representing that. So I will discuss both methods. Whichever is convenient for you, you can follow that one. For that we need the materials. We need a geometry box, and from geometry box we need a scale, a pencil, a compass, a protractor, and eraser, and a sharpener for sharpening the. So let us learn how to represent these irrational numbers on a number line. So let us start by drawing a number line first. So I am going to draw a line, straight line, using ruler and pencil, and I am marking some points. So you should take equal distance. It is maybe 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter. Here I am taking 1 centimeter distance. So the unit here, the unit distance is 1 centimeter. So I am taking this as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So once we complete this, then we have to draw a line at 1, because let us consider a right angle triangle with the 1 centimeter base and 1 centimeter height. Then by Pythagoras theorem, could you tell me what is the length of this hypotenuse? So we know that hypotenuse is equal to root of base squared plus altitude squared. So we can write it as root of 1 squared plus 1 squared. That is equal to root 2. That means the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle with 1 centimeter length base and 1 centimeter altitude is the root 2. So for that, let us take a 90 degree at 1. So we will draw a perpendicular line, and by using scale we take a 1 centimeter and mark here. So now we have a two sides. Here it is 1 centimeter, it is 1 centimeter. Now I am joining this point to 0. So by this definition, now we can say this is root 2. But this point is not on the number line. So we want to transfer that to the number line. So let's check how we can transfer. So take the compass, fix the pencil on the compass, then taking 0 as center, make sure that the center is 0, and taking this line as the radius, that is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle as radius, we can just join to this point. Okay, now we got 2 points. In the positive side we can write it as root 2, and negative side it is minus. Okay, so now we represent root 2 on a number line. How can we check is this correct? The value of root 2 is 1.414, that is, it is approximately to 1.5. So if our construction is correct, when we check, see where it is near to the 5. Okay, so when we start measuring from 0, see it is 1.5. see, that means it is correct. So if our construction is correct, this point will be approximately equal to 1.5. It is not equal to 1.5, approximately equal to 1.5.